Today, we're going to talk about organizing your digital life, and Kat Nostrin and Melissa Lim will be presenting. It's a new series that we wanted to start this year to just share different things each month with you all. Kat and Melissa.
Thanks, Deborah. Hi, everybody. I'm Melissa Lim, and Kat, you can say your own.
I can say hi. Hi, everyone. I'm Kat Nestrand.
And we're technology integration specialists in the Learning Technologies department of Otis. And today we're doing this session on organizing your digital life. And these are by no means any groundbreaking new tips that you have probably not heard before, but maybe right now is a good time to remind you to do some of these things and then start some practices that become more regular for you. So we'll go ahead and get started.
The next tip is, and I am a recent advocate of this because I know I've wanted to do this and haven't done this, is to use a password manager. And it is a product that you only need to remember one passcode to access all of your accounts and passwords. And sometimes it can even save other things like health information and bank information and other things like that you want secure. Usually there's a two-factor authentication involved with it, at least when you set it up. Sometimes when you have to re-access the account, like I'm using LastPass currently, and I have to use another method like Duo to get into my account if I've logged out. So it's secure, much more secure. Again, you only have to remember the one, once you have it set up, just the one passcode. These are two examples of password managers, 1Password and LastPass. And I don't know, Deborah, does IT have recommendations for district-wide, what people should or shouldn't do?
No, they haven't designated that.
Mm-hmm.
But I know LastPass is one. Yeah, LastPass, you hear about that one quite a bit.
Right. So I also was wondering if, since IT is in the room with us with Learning Technologies, about using the Chrome web browser to memorize, or because you can manage passwords within the browser, and I wasn't sure, which I've done in the past. And that's another way to do it too.
And that is a question that Tracy asked in the chat. Is it better to use a password manager versus strong passwords suggested by Google? I guess from my experience is that if you're using a password manager, everything is in that password manager versus it's not the same as if you're having Chrome create the passwords for you and they're remembering the passwords for you. And then Leaf is telling us we also have an option to open a guest page in Chrome and then log into a personal account in case you don't want to permanently add your personal profile. That's a good point too. Is that true, Leaf, though, on Pixelbooks? Because teachers have access to incognito pages, but I know students don't. So
I've heard incognito page is just a guest page, but I don't know if it's true on a Pixelbook. I'm not
okay.
Sure. I mean, I think it's part of the browser, so I think would be okay, but it would need to be tested. Correct.
Okay, cool. Do you have a question, Julie?
I've heard about LastPass and 1Pass, but I was going to do it, but then I also heard that it could make you vulnerable to different, it just seems like it's ripe for the, you're ripe for the picking if you have everything in one spot. So I hesitated to do it because I didn't want to be opening myself up to hacking or vulnerabilities at the same time. Have you heard much about that?
I don't necessarily have the technical knowledge, but I will chime in to say that both LastPass and 1Password are very well-known reparable password management tools that are very well protected themselves. I've been using 1Password for probably 10 years, but LastPass is my understanding district-wide is LastPass is recommended, and so with that. I would trust its encryption. and trust its service. I don't know if we have any contracts with them, but that said, I know plenty of people that recommend it as a tool. And I would also say that these companies are, both of those that we've mentioned they're big. These are very big application providers, and their business is passwords. So if they had a breach, you know, it will destroy their application. So
is just a plug for our learning technologies team. And so this link on the left-hand side, pps.net/learningtech, is the link to the website within the Otis web pages. And so there's lots more information about the digital toolkit. And if you want to request an app or an extension and how to do that, it has links to the database of all the apps and extensions that are already vetted and approved. So that's what that website is. And then this is pps.net/LTOtis. And that's a newer website that shows a menu of services that our team offers, including coaching, so instructional technology integration coaching. And it also has some information about our leadership team. And then we're also going to start spotlighting teachers that are doing great work in their classrooms. So just a couple of links to check out from our team.